Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Larado. This is their single barrel small batch rye whiskey, coming in at a 50% ABV, at least 8 years old. Now, for full disclosure, I reached out to Larado for a review sample. They were kind enough to send this bottle over for us to take a look at and a review, so just keeping that transparency open. Now, when it comes to Larado, they are actually based out of Colorado, hence the name itself, where they are sourcing whiskey from Indiana, bringing it back to Colorado, and aging it and bottling it there, which is really cool. Sourcing from Indiana, most likely this is MGP whiskey, especially because they are transparent about the mash bill, and there's nothing wrong with that. MGP makes great whiskey, tried and true. Now, the cool thing, and I gotta give them credit for this, is not only do they disclose that mash bill, which is using a 51% rye, 45% corn, and 4% malted barley, but keeping it an 8-year age statement and a fairly solid ABV on things. On top of that, again, this is single barreled. The nice thing about that is your flavors will have a slight variance depending from batch to batch, making them all very unique in the long run for great experiences in the whiskey world. And I think that being able to say that your whole lineup is all single barreled is a big thumbs up. Now, I'm really excited because an 8-year-old rye really hits in a lot of beautiful flavors. I typically say between the 6 and 8 year mark is where Indiana rye can really shine through. And I got my fingers crossed on it, so let's hop into the bottle itself and see how they did. I do love their bottle shape. This is fun, the little engraving, the etching on the bottle, the fiddly bits. You got to give that credit. I know that's part of marketing, but it makes it yours, and I love that. But you still get to see that beautiful spirit on the bottle too, so I got to give that credit. So, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews that I'm doing over Larado, links to those videos will be up above and down below for you to check out, along with a link to their website. So you can go visit the website, learn about them, find them in your area, all that kind of good stuff. It's a good hefty cork on that. Beautiful. Alrighty. Nice dark oaky color going on there. Got a little tinge of yellow, almost getting to like a dark citrine. Very pretty in the glass. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Oh yeah. Right away, juicy fruits. Spicy, herbal, just a dash, just the lightest tidbit of a medicinal note. Oh, but that's beautiful. Candied, almost like rock candy sweetness. Beautiful proof point on there. It doesn't come across too warm. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. But you get a nice sweet orchard fruit along with that kind of sweet buttery corn. Oh yeah. That's nice. Nice light bit of charriness from the cask itself. Get that kind of sweet, buttery vanilla cream in there. Just a dash of homemade caramel. But that rye is beautifully balanced. It doesn't come across as a super strong rye. And I know for a lot of people, they like their rye whiskey to be closer to that lower rye mash bill because it gives them more reminiscence of a bourbon. And on the nose itself, it comes across more like a high rye bourbon because you're getting that more corn sweetness along with that rice spiciness. A little bit of cinnamon stick in there, dash of clove. But overall, you could live in that nose all day. Beautiful, beautifully sweet, spicy, herbal. And again, for me, that 6 to 8 year span is perfect because you're getting that beautiful balance of both the oakiness from the char, so it doesn't come over oaked from that barrel, but it doesn't lose out on still being reminiscent of a rye whiskey. But you're getting that kind of, what was that? That was almost like the top of a apple pie, Dutch apple pie. You get that kind of crumbly top on there. Oh, I love Dutch apple pie. Haven't had one in years. That's what it reminds me of very softly, of a Dutch apple pie that's got just maybe a few more Granny Smith apple slices in there. You just tossed a few extra on top. Yeah, that rock candy's still coming through, a little sweet. Beautiful on the nose. Let's go for a taste. Oh man. All right, you're in for a ride on this one. That is beautiful. It's herbal. It's got that little bit of sweet herbal kind of rye grain spiciness in there. Corn, buttery notes, like fresh off of the grill. That light bit of char on there clings beautifully to the palate. It's sweet. You definitely get that apple orchard sweetness in there. The bit of that Dutch apple pie topping that I'm getting, that cinnamon and a little bit of clove and just beautiful earthiness going on in there. It's sweet. It's satisfying. Man, that oakiness, it comes across sweeter. It's a little more balanced in that. Again, it's not over oaked because of its age. So you're getting that kind of this sweet wood sugars going on. The rock candy's coming through. I would lean close to saying this is like a green apple Jolly Rancher here in the finish. Like now I want a green apple Jolly Rancher because that's what it's giving me vibes of. Beautiful pepperiness in there too here in the very late finish. Yeah, that's what you want. That's good. I love that sip. Second sip here, it's just as enjoyable. More candy sweetness. Like you're getting this beautiful candy coating on things. It's sweet, it's herbal. No deep dilly notes, and I think that's kind of unique because typically with Indiana rye, you find a lot of that dill note that pulls through. But as you get to the older age statements, I tend to find it less and less. And here, it's basically non-existent. It's just got this beautiful, sweet grain profile to things. I love that sip. Oh, beautiful proof point on there again. Doesn't drink too warm, no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. This is what you want from Indiana rye. I'm just going to say it. Man, you could just live on that all day. The herbalness, the sweet fruits, the candy sweetness. It all is just harmonious in the glass. And especially with that bit of corn, buttery, charry notes going in there on top of things, there's not a fault to that. It is a beautiful sip to things. And if this is a sign of what's to come of their other two bottlings, I'm in love already. I'm excited for that. Alrighty, speaking of, let's talk about a grade for this. How about that? So typical pricing on this tends to be about $80 from what I could find. And again, you have a place that's going out sourcing really darn good whiskey, aging it in Colorado, and then you're telling us the mash bill on what you're doing, which is a huge tick mark in my book for transparency. On top of that, you're keeping it at a solid ABV, single barrel, and at a beautiful age statement on things. It's definitely one of the better, sweeter ryes I've had in quite some time, and I got to give that an A- in my book. So real quick, I'm actually changing my letter grade on this one from an A- to a solid A. I think it deserves that end day of the week. I think this is definitely one that I'm going to be sad when that bottle's gone, because I'm going to share that with some friends and go, this is exactly what you want. Coming from Indiana, going to Colorado, and keeping it transparent along the process. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Larado, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Larado, single barrel, small batch, rye whiskey, 8 years old. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might